Hi, this is Jen from the West Deptford Free Public Library. I'm going to show you how to do our seashell flag, which is our grab and go for June. It's meant to be for 4th of July. You're getting it early for your June project. This is the completed project. It's a seashell flag. I'm going to show you how to do this. You're going to get a kit with a picture of it, the supplies, the directions. In your kit, you will get a pre-painted canvas. It's a light blue. And this will be where you put your shells after they're painted. You're going to get red, white, and blue paint in cups. And like this, they're taped so they don't open. And you're going to paint your shells red, white, and blue. I'm going to show you. Here's your shells. You will get 4 shells like this. These represent the stars on the flag. Obviously, there's not enough for all the stars and all the stripes. This is a easier take on it. And you're going to get about 38 to 40 of these little shells. They're different sizes. It's how they come in nature. So what you want to do is pick which shells you want to paint first. I'm not going to actually paint the shells right now because that's something that's easy enough to do. I'm using a sponge brush. You can use a sponge brush, you can use regular paintbrush, Q-tip, whatever you have. And when you paint it, you just want to paint the top. You don't need to paint underneath. And try to get the edges, if you can. Okay? You're going to have 4 of these to paint. Do all your painting and let it dry. What helps is when before you paint the little shells, all the little ones, you want to take your painted board or canvas. You want to lay things out. This is what worked best for me. The 4 big shells go in the top left corner. You can put them whatever direction you want, up and down, this side, this side. I just tend to do them this way. You're going to lay out all your shells. I'll do them like that. Then you're going to take your little shells. On my sample, I have 4 red and 4 white at the top, and then I did 6 for the bottom stripes. That's about the right amount for your shells. If you have extra shells, you can do more. But I just spread them out. You can pick bigger ones, smaller ones. Like I said, the size of the white shells vary. Some are larger, some are smaller. That's a bigger one. It's a smaller one. Or you can try to match up the sizes. But what I did was I laid them all out. I'm not going to do that now because it'll eat up too much time. But you get the idea. You're going to lay them out and then do 6 across for each of these. They can all match up or they can all not match up. I like mine to match, but you can do it however you want it. It's your project. So that's just an idea. So lay them all out and then you're going to do red, white, red, white, red, white. So what you can do is take all of your shells that need to be red, make a pile, and all of your shells that need to be white and make a pile. It should be the same amount for each. Or just split the shells in half and paint half red, half white. That would be an even easier way to do it. I like it this way, but you do whatever works for you. Okay, you're gonna paint the shells, like I said. The painting takes the most time. I wore gloves when I painted. You don't have to, it's washable acrylic paint. You just paint, you want to paint the edges, but you don't have to paint underneath. And then if you want to have something under you when you paint because you don't want to make a mess. Newspaper, if you use wax paper or parchment paper, it's not going to stick. Really, wax paper is the best. If you use just a paper background, that's what I did. You want to kind of move them around while they're wet so they don't stick to the paper. They dry very quickly. So you're going to paint all your shells. It dries quickly, and then you can put it together. I've already done one most of the way because you don't need to watch me glue every shell on. I've already done it most of the way. These are all glued on. And then I'm going to glue these and 2 more white shells down here. I used Elmer's glue. You could use a glue gun too. Elmer's glue works. You're just going to put glue. You're going to just put glue all around the edge. Okay? Your hands will get a little messy. You can wipe off any excess, have a paper towel nearby, and put it on. Every edge won't touch necessarily because they're not perfectly flat. Like I could put my nail under here. I mean, it'll stick for the most part on most of the edge. Some will stick on the whole edge. Then same thing, just glue around the edge. You could probably even put some glue on something and then use a Q-tip to wipe it around the edge. But you won't, once you glue it, you don't want to touch it for a while. The paint dries quick, glue not so much. I let it sit overnight. I did 1 coat of paint on everything. I don't think it needs 2 coats. You could try 2 coats, whatever works for you. Same thing with this. Just gonna glue around the edge and put it down. If I get any excess glue on the canvas, I try to go in and wipe some of it up. I mean, it will dry clear. Those are a little uneven. I like them to be a little more even. But see how there's a little bit here? You could even go in with a paper towel and kind of wipe it. Actually, I'm going to lift this one up and wipe the excess away. This is my personal preference. You don't have to do this. I just prefer it like this. But like this shell has a little piece out of it. They're from nature, they're not perfect. And that's your seashell flag. Really simple, fun. And when it's done, it'll look like this. And you can just tilt it up against something. You can't see it there. You could just tilt it up against something, against the wall, lay it flat. There's nothing on here to hang it, but it works just leaning against a window or something. You just lean it on something. Or you could probably, even if you have a hot glue gun, put some hot glue on the corners and some string, and then you can hang it from the wall. Thanks for joining me. Hi, this is Jen at the West Deptford Free Public Library. I had to make a change to our seashell flag because of supply issues. I can't get more of these right now, the large shells that are painted blue. So I replaced our stars on our flag with these blue glass gems. So in your kit, you will receive 9 of these glass gems. So some are darker blue, some are iridescent, some are matte blue. You just put it in any arrangement you want and just glue them down. and let them sit. I let it sit overnight. Probably let it sit a few hours. And you could do 2 coats of white and red on the shells, or 1. I did 1, so it's a little more rustic, but you could do 2 coats too. So you won't be receiving the blue paint, just the red and the white paint. This is already blue, and you get the gems. Happy 4th.